Hello, welcome to another podcast of Master Investor. Glad to be here again on another valuable talk on money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and brand. Welcome back if you're an existing subscriber. And if you're new, make sure to follow us here in all other social media platforms. Click the link in the description so that you have access to our digital courses and ebooks available right now on our website. How to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on, the 10-year rules of money, how to invest in crypto to build wealth, understanding Bitcoin and blockchain. You can also find them on Amazon, but when you go to our website and you get them there, you'll have additional assets as bonuses that comes with the ebook, and we are adding more assets into each digital course. You will always be grandfathered into any of the asset that we add into that digital course which you purchase. And when you do that, you will have any other asset, like I said, for free. Okay, so we are adding exclusive interviews with wealthy entrepreneurs, celebrities, and many tools, artificial intelligence, and so forth to help us build the asset column, and of course emphasize more on each topic of each digital course and ebook. Okay, and we're releasing a new ebook in the next month or so. It's called How to Raise Capital to Build Wealth. Every single book and every product and service that we have available on our website and in our company at Master Investor is to help our community build wealth like the wealthy do. So the tools and everything is for you to have power, not to give your money away to anybody. We're not selling any investments to anybody. We're not telling anyone where to invest your money, how to invest your money. That's up to you. What we're saying, get financially educated, and you'll learn on today's talk. And today's theme is called Get Our Financial Action Plan Ready. Okay, and we're going to learn a lot about how the economy works, why people should not be saving money, because the economy works with printing money. That's how the government functions. They print money. So if the government prints money, then we should do the same thing and learn how to print money legally. Okay, and we can do that. We're going to show you exactly how to do that. We're going to learn about real estate principles. I have two key principles I want to share with you today by the end of this video, and audio, because we're also doing a live stream right now on YouTube as I'm recording this podcast, because we are sharing the content on our screen for our YouTube audience. So make sure that when you go to our website and get inside of our digital courses, go to our YouTube as well and subscribe there. Turn on the notifications so that you know when we go live, and you can watch or you can listen to us. Okay, and you can also read the articles, because each topic we have written an article for it. So whoever likes to read, some people like to listen, some like to see. So we're just serving everybody's needs here at Master Investor. Okay, let's empower ourselves to the next level financially by investing in our financial literacy, by understanding how money works. All right, and our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We look at opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. Get our financial action plan ready. We know the economy goes up and down. Then let's prepare to win. Today's summary is the next financial catastrophe is not far. And now is the time to prepare. We already entered the crash. For those who don't know, that was COVID-19, right? Back in March 2000, was it 21? I have 2020. Yeah, 2020. Remember, savers are losers. Saving is not a secure plan for our future. The best way to get ahead is to secure a financial education. The rest will come our way, as long as we apply the information into our lives so that we can turn it into knowledge. And we're going to have that power because we're helping everyone here to become true leaders, wealthy entrepreneurs, and master investors. And the 3 E's of a master investor: number 1 is financial education, number 2, financial experience, number 3, excess of positive cash flow. The world and economy is on the approach of a major economic collapse. We know the economy goes up and down. We must learn how to spot opportunities even during crisis. As a wealthy entrepreneur, we must see opportunity when we hear crisis. We cannot escape it, but we can prepare for it with a financial crisis plan. This is one of those rare postings that is really pertinent in light of current events. For the sake of simplicity, this article summarizes what our mentors and our advisors on our company have taught us. Old school money. The only plan for a financial catastrophe offered by so-called experts is to go to school, acquire a job, work hard, save money, purchase a house, pay off bad debt, and invest in long-term, well-diversified portfolio of equities, bonds, and mutual funds and ETFs, which are fake vehicles, and I'll tell you in a minute why, because they don't put any money into your pocket. Remember, an asset puts money into our pocket whenever we're not working. A liability takes money out of our pocket. So if you're investing in 401ks and stocks that is not paying you any money right now, even though they may go up in value, it's not an asset until it puts money into your pocket. Okay. The trouble is everybody who followed that advice is now doomed, since the entire thing is collapsing like the Hindenburg. And the reason why is because that type of diversification is wrong, is uneducated. We tell you that there are 5 asset classes that exist. Number 1, real estate. Number 2, business. Number 3, crypto. Number 4, commodities. Number 5, paper assets. Okay, and they all require financial education. Okay, and we can create passive income, believe it or not, if you want to learn how to do this by acquiring stocks and applying certain strategies. You can create passive income with stocks, but you need to know the strategies. We explain in one chapter inside of our digital course, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, how to do that. But we first like to focus on building businesses and acquiring existing businesses, whether it's a digital company that we're starting, whether we're doing affiliate marketing, we're creating direct sales, something that brings in cash flow. And then those businesses buys us other businesses and puts down for real estate investments as well. So our businesses will fund other investments, but we need to focus on investing for passive income primarily. So learn how to build a successful business online. It could be one product that goes viral. It could be print on demand. You don't need to touch the product. You don't need to own the product. You don't need to even purchase a product. You don't need to have any stores. You can do everything online where it's invisible, and all you're doing is bringing clients to a website. They place an order, and in the factory or print on demand, the company sends the package with the item to the customer once the order is placed. And so there's no extra storage to be had because everything is print on demand when an order gets placed, and customers don't care about that. Okay, so there are many ways we can create passive income. You can also do affiliate marketing, which is something that we can all start right now. I'm so inclined to affiliate marketing because it's fast. You can get started right now. You don't need to create the products. You can use other people's products, and you need to focus on just doing marketing, which is creating one ad. You can pay people to do marketing for you too. So if you have money and you want to turn that into passive income, then learn everything that we teach inside and show you inside of our ebooks, specifically how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on. So click the link in the description so that you can join, and you can have better guidance when it comes to building your digital business and taking your existing businesses to the next level. If you're making 50 million, in order to make 100, $500 million, and $1 billion, you need to have better advisors around you. You need to have better team. You need to upgrade your team. It's not about working harder. You need to actually find ways to, do better quality products, use maybe less resources, and create better quality products and better pricing, I guess, better, more material, more products that people actually want and need. There are many ways you can create the bottom line to go up in a business if it's scalable, and maybe there are things that you're not seeing that just by listening to somebody that has more experience will be able to tell you that it would change your entire business, right? And so I call it the twist. What's the twist? So you need to get a better team of advisors that can give you different twists in your business, and you can take it to $1 billion. Okay, so it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter and doing less and making more. And it's not about how much money we make, but how much money we keep, maintain, working through sound investing, and for how many generations. We must prepare for the impending massive financial collapse. We want to warn people and show them how to prepare for and profit from it. Unfortunately, the crash started and arrived in March 2020. Furthermore, we believe the economy may not recover. Rather, the globe has been permanently altered, which has created tremendous opportunities for all to capitalize on them. We have anticipated the desperation of Wall Street, the United States government, or the Federal Reserve Bank. we never know beforehand or have no notion they might engage in quantitative easing, which will essentially violate the Federal Reserve Bank's economic regulation. And basically, they just go into a stage where they're printing so much money per day. Okay, the printing of trillions of dollars in recent months has resulted in losses for savers. Why would we save money when the government is printing money? Saving money means losing money, since the dollar's purchasing power value is rapidly declining. Good debtors are winners and wealthy. Savers are losers, and they hold into something that loses value daily due to the way the economy works today, which is through printing money. The printing has become so much that we have entered quantitative easing. Even the one who have financial education will find more wealth in this economy than ever before. We are undoubtedly entering a huge recession, probably a depression, and potentially an economic collapse. That's how scary things are now. If we are reading or listening to this talk or watching this on our YouTube, we are preparing to survive the financial catastrophe. Here we will get an outline of what a true financial education is, as opposed to the fake financial sales pitch and whatnot that Wall Street gurus promotes. Investing in the stock market for the long term is a suicide mission. Let's start with that, especially after March 2020, when the largest crash occurred and continues to occur. It is still becoming bigger. The true crash, which you have probably heard nothing about, began in September 2019. That's when the shadow banking system collapsed, the end of the shadow banking system. So what is a shadow banking system? Basically, it is a cover system in which banks lend money to other banks for relatively short periods of time, such as 24 to 48 hours, in order to make their books appear good. It is a buddy system with extremely low interest rates and loans. However, the shadow banking system collapsed in September 2019, and the world's largest banks, including Deutsche Bank, hedge funds, and other major financial institutions, ran out of money. There wasn't enough money in the globe to cover or disguise their debt, their bad debt. Therefore, shadow bank loans skyrocketed from very low interest rates to 10%, a massive and unexpected inflation. This suggests that the markets have lost trust in our banks and financial institutions. The banks and financial organizations lack faith and trust in one another. That was the first hint that the economy was weakening. To make matters worse, while banks raised interest rates on their largest financial institutions, consumer and public market interest rates fell. So the major banks are hiking interest rates on their fellow banks because they don't trust them, while also offering inexpensive rates to peasants outside the system, average citizens, to buy investments in equities, and they lack financial education, so they end up losing the money. They have no education in regards to investing. So they end up giving their money to somebody else, or they end up using the money to buy liabilities. They don't put that money to work. This pushed the stock market to all-time heights. So recall, in December of 2019, the stock market was at an all-time high, and unemployment was at a record low of 3%. But everyone who was a professional investor knew it was all about to crash. Everyone else, the average people who had little financial education, took advantage of the low interest rates and invested in the stock market. Essentially, competent investors and inside investors, right, and master investors. That's what an inside investor is a master investor, and a master investor is a capitalist. So an inside investor is a capitalist, and vice versa. So competent inside investors exited the market while all the suckers flooded in. The Fed and powerful bankers were aware of the disintegrating internal financial system when the coronavirus pandemic occurred. They needed a scapegoat or an excuse. Enter coronavirus. As a result, the general public now believes that the real crisis is one of coronavirus. However, it was more of a smokescreen, a diversion from the current financial crisis. This is not a controversial assertion, but rather a suggestion that the virus was a smokescreen for the real collapse. The question is, how far will this collapse go? We do not believe the crash is over. We think it is just beginning. The upcoming crash has the potential to be the largest in Earth's history. We're on the verge of depression right now. The latest slump, which began in 1929, lasted 25 years. So if this depression is far larger than the Great Depression, how long do we think it will last? And how much impact would it make in people's life? Is the classic advice to invest for the long term still relevant? I don't think so. Real estate crisis management action plan. We must recognize that we have entered a strange new world. This is scary. However, it is beneficial to be concerned because nothing is worse than someone being comfy in a crash. Many of you or people around the world have expressed an interest in real estate. The following are some insights into current real estate activities. For example, there's a real estate possesses over 7,000 residential units. When the crisis struck, they were concerned about their renters' capacity to simply pay the rent. Many are unemployed, struggling, and terrified. Many of them are having a hard time right now. In April, their overall rentals were down only 7%. 7% of the population did not pay rent. In May, it has dropped to 23%. The trajectory remains uncertain. There are two principles in real estate investing that have been followed since the beginning and continue to be applicable now. Real estate investing principle number one. One of the fundamental concepts they have always upheld is that employment drives real estate. With so many people projecting that 50% of small companies and shopping malls will go out of business, it is time to consider alternative places. For instance, consider Orlando, Florida. Disney World was closed down. Thousands of jobs were lost. Las Vegas is the same thing. It was a ghost town. Look at Houston, oil prices fell. This is a concern since they will have even higher unemployment than the rest of the nation. Airbnb and bureau owner-managed holiday rentals are no more. If you need to travel, this is quite difficult. So where are the opportunities in real estate today? What is the bright side, assuming there is one? Where is the opportunity? Employment fuels real estate. So we must keep a close eye on new employment sectors as they emerge and develop in the new environment. So crisis, depressions creates new jobs, creates new opportunities. So people are going to move where technology is moving. People are going to move where the money is flowing. So we need to pay attention to that. That's where we should buy our real estate and acquire a property so that they can be rented 24/7 through Airbnb or whatever other means we want to use. But those properties are going to be freedom units. And the banks are going to be willing to lend us the money because they are in the right location. Remember, we have to think 100 years from now, right? Location, location, location. You have to bulletproof your financial future by thinking ahead as well. Is that location going to be there for the next 100 years, next 200 years, next 300 years? So focus on where the money goes and then location, location, location. Where's employment? And then that's where we should look into real estate acquisitions. Real estate investing principle number 2. To summarize, principle number 1 states that employment drives real estate. If we can discover a place that is crisis-proof in terms of jobs and employment, we should look into the real estate options there. We take our investment money and go where people work. If everyone else is moving, we should follow suit. The second principle is to avoid going after high-end properties. Do not invest in high-end properties because when there is a crash or correction, the first people to downside are those who own high-end condos and houses. These high-end renters will now move into what we call B-class properties, which are middle-of-the-road properties. People will be compelled to downsize. Yeah, they still need a place to live. However, if you can get the big Class A buildings, the high ends, then of course, we do everything at Master Investor. But if you're starting out, if you're getting your feet wet, then start with what is the best option at that moment, okay? That will bring the most cash flow to you. Remember, you're the investor. So you want to have that, okay? And I think somebody wrote something here on our live chat. We're gonna check that in a minute. Okay, let's continue here. Whereas many landlords are anxious about their tenants not paying rent or worse, abandoning their unit, we are in a far better situation. Following this philosophy has helped us avoid losing numerous renters in our real estate properties that we control at Master Investor. However, there is more to it than simply making the right purchases. We, as a landlord, are partners with our tenants. We must recognize them as humans, and there are many of them in need right now, including after COVID-19, right? People still suffering. Some of them still having a hard time keeping up, just being above water. As a result, it is critical that we take action to demonstrate to the tenants that we are available and eager to assist them at the difficult times, any difficult times. Our real estate is as good as our tenants are, and location where it's located is king. For example, every month we can give out $100 coupons to support tenants. We can also develop payment options to keep individuals in their houses even while they are out of job. We can choose not to evict anyone. It can be more vital for us to assist individuals in getting through this, which many real estate owners have done by offering payment plans, vouchers, and other similar solutions to help them come out of the negative in regards to their rent. Let us use our creativity to keep the cash flowing coming into our pockets. Now, if you need to evict somebody that is a bad tenant, then of course, we also have to fire bad customers. Not all customers are great. There are customers that are toxic, and you need to cut them and you need to stop doing business with them, okay? The right way, you need to make sure that you're doing it the legal way so there's no trouble on your end, but we're protecting ourselves through our assets. But there are toxic customers, and we talk about it on a different article and a different live stream that we have done. We will cover again, okay? We will always go back to the basics of investing in business so that we can get better each and every single day. Supply and demand issues with Airbnb and Bureau. I think that's what it's called, VRBO. I know it says it's like Airbnb. Another thing we may expect to see during the financial crisis is an increase in real estate supply. Airbnb and VRBO, vacation rentals, are going to struggle and may go out of business. I don't know if all of the Airbnb will go out of business because, listen, if you do it right in the right location, we have businesses and partners that are in the real estate regarding Airbnb, right? And it's very lucrative, but we need to make sure that we have the right systems in place. There's a cleaning crew that goes in there every time there's a new tenant that is coming in, so it can be ready and it has the feeling of a hotel in a way, right? Airbnb. Okay, so shortly there will be an influx of inventory, and that means there will be plenty of opportunities for those who know what they're doing. However, if we have not received a financial education, please do invest your hard-earned money in something. Do not invest your hard-earned money into something simply because you read this hot tip somewhere or a shiny object or it sounded good. Get your financial education first. Invest in a course, a digital book, whichever you want to read, right? We have plenty here at Master Investor. Also, maybe you have other mentors that you want to look into. We encourage you to look at other people's products as well. They have great products. Look online. But just invest in your financial education. So if you want to acquire real estate, if you want to create a digital business, then just acquire a seminar, invest in that financial education so that you have the right knowledge, the right education, so you can build wealth, okay? and take massive action. And knowledge only comes when we apply the information into our lives. So make sure that whatever you're learning today, you're applying. Be a heavy action taker. So when we have an idea, be heavy on that action. Bring it into existence. Put it down on paper or on a Word document and bring it into existence. Talk about it. What's going to be the next step to bring that into the real world? We have to manifest it, right? Remember what Master Investor teaches us here and what we tell everyone. A lousy investor may ruin the best deal, while a smart investor can turn around the worst one. We will make mistakes, so start small. Now it is time to start planning for when such possibilities arise. Financial crisis plan, business opportunities. Campaign-related businesses appear to be doing well. Also, do-it-yourself stores such as Home Depot and Lowe's. Many new digital enterprises are emerging to tech people how to do things for themselves, right? And so building our brands, our business, our personal brands, and so forth is important. So if you have a skill or talent, then you can actually probably capitalize it online quickly. So if you have something, put it in a package, put it in an ebook. You like cooking, put your recipes on an ebook or on a tutorial and help people. You record it one time, you can sell it over and over again, okay? Regional warehouses. Everyone desires fast delivery. Regional warehouses are looking for sites to store their goods and services, and also like cater companies. And now people like to order, so you can have, warehouses where you rent it to cater companies. The point is that we are in a unique situation in which we have no notion where we are headed. But the best thing we can do is pay attention to what is going on. Look for opportunities and consider how we may invest in them. There's always an opportunity to start our own business. Everyone is asking, what should I do? Markets go up and down. Unfortunately, if a person is on autopilot and still has a job that pays into a 401k, they will quickly realize they have lost control. They have no control over whether their 401k increases or decreases. It is like being in a poker game. At a poker game, participants frequently reveal their hand. When you look at the aftermath of this crash, we will notice that the market truly showed its hand. It actually expressed how it felt about the stock prices within it, and it was unfluctuating. The only thing that kept things from getting worse was the Federal Reserve dumping trillions of dollars into the market. So when it comes to predicting what will happen in the future, we will really just have two options. We can have a victim attitude, like a helpless worker ant, and say, tell me what to do, or we can say, no, I want a control mindset, a context for schooling, right? And if you like that, we talk about it on our last live stream, I believe, or the one before the last one. When we talk about the context, that's more important than the content. So if you want to start building wealth, ensure that you have the right context of the wealthy individual, which is the framework, which is the beliefs systems about money, our philosophies, and how we approach money, okay? And then we can put the right content, which is what we're receiving right now. But a lot of people focus on content. The poor mindset focus on content, and school system focus on content. Right now, everyone is wondering what to buy, but make sure that you just focus on context and check yourself and do what you're doing right now. Investing in your financial education. Listening to something like this will empower your life financially and in all aspects of life, because once your cash flow increases, your life increases overall. Remember, money magnifies who we are. So it's important that we become the right type of individual, the best version of ourselves, because we have to be good any time of the day, at any given moment. Remember that about Master Investors community. We want to be true leaders, and we want to be good and right at all times, meaning that we're doing the right thing, morally right, okay, all the time, regardless of what happens to us. Okay, because life is going to hit you left and right. You just need to be right. You need to be ethical. And that's why we need to keep our hands clean, so that we can put other people's ethics in. Okay, so right now, everyone is wondering what to buy. Gold, more real estate, stocks. Instead, people should ask, what should I study? What type of course should I take next regarding financial education? You see, that's when we take control on our hands. Now we have the mindset of the wealthy. Now we can act, we can take our money and take other people's money, the bank's money, and raise it and multiply and so forth, and we can create our wealth. We have full control over our assets. We're not investing in stocks where we have no control. We will invest stocks, but we'll create passive income with the stocks, and we are in the business of acquiring businesses. We want the entire thing. We don't just want a little piece where we have no control over anything, and we're just hoping that the economy is going to go up. That's gambling. That's trading. We're building real investors here. Okay, master investors, inside investors that know how to build a successful business and acquire a business, a sound asset, knows how to read financial statements, and possess the 3 E's of a master investor. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to give it to you again. Repetition is the father of improvement. So number 1 is financial education. Number 2, financial experience, meaning that we're actively investing, we're taking action with our money and other people's money, credit cards, loans, we're using it to invest in our asset account. And number 3, excess of cash flow, meaning that we're getting passive income and capital gains income. What we need to do is invest in our financial education. Conspiracy or no, the fact is that the pandemic has caused 30 million job losses. It will be an interesting right now that we are in the post-coronavirus era to watch how far the Fed will go to keep the stock market rolling. How much money will be printed? The recommendation is not to acquire stocks, Bitcoins, gold, or anywhere or anything else. The recommendation here is for us to realize that now is the time to become smarter as possible. Okay, and we always go smarter to sleep than we were yesterday. And then once we have value inside, then we can go ahead and acquire whatever we want because we have the financial education. That's the first step, is to acquire your financial education, become smarter than as possible. So invest in your financial education and your team and anything that is good for you and your health, anything that makes you better, right? I want us to focus the next months, the next rest of the year to improve ourselves and the 4 pillars of an extraordinary life: health, wealth, love, and happiness. So that's the recommendation. And we live in the information age. But be careful, because we are also living in the misinformation age, which presents an excellent opportunity to improve our intelligence, right? That's what I said earlier and before, and I keep telling everyone, organized information is worth a lot of money. So if you have a talent, if you have an expertise that you want to share with the world, put it together in a video tutorial, package it and sell it. If it needs to be written, create a PDF and so forth. We also teach you how to do all of that inside our community. You can also invest into creating something like that, right? And then you can start creating passive income once it's created and it's being marketed, right? You have marketing campaigns going out, you have ads bringing in leads, then you're going to experience passive income. But that's the most important thing, to take control by understanding that, hey, information is key, but not all information is good. So we need to invest in good information that is organized, because otherwise you end up wasting your time reading the wrong information, and acting on that information is a recipe for becoming poor. It's a recipe for disaster. You don't want to operate with the wrong information nor the wrong rules of money. Let me see here. When you see something on Facebook or in the news, practice saying, well, do I believe that or not? So in a world when individuals can say anything, our financial education will get us through. So the actual question is, what should I do now? Do we take the advice path or the education approach? That decision is entirely up to each member of our community, which I know that all of us here would choose to go with financial education, to get into that zone of investing in our financial education daily, because that is what gives us true power. And putting that information to practice, don't just have it in your mind, you have to put it to practice. So incorporate your first business, right? Take action, get your first digital asset going. Get your first website going. right? What is it going to be? It's going to be a real estate. You're going to leave your house that you're in and you're going to turn that into an Airbnb, and then, right? So get creative. Start looking at your liabilities column and see if you can turn that into assets. And if not, then use all your resources that you have now, including your savings, to invest in your financial education and acquire your first asset in whichever asset class that will bring you passive income. Okay, you want to focus on building passive income. And I think online, through affiliate marketing, digital products, print on demand, drop shipping, will get you there, okay? Can get you jump start, and then you can do anything else, because we're building freedom. So everything that we're doing here is to create more freedom, so we will have control over our time, we have excess of cash flow coming in, and we can do whatever else we want to do and accomplish in our lives. So it's important that we master money, make money our slaves, right? Money is our slave. We tell money what to do, it works hard for us, and we understand how to invest money correctly because we have financial literacy, and our financial intelligence increases every single day because we're applying the information into our lives by investing actively. And we have control over our assets that we have, okay? And we take decisions and we call the shots and so forth because we own those assets. We control them with our companies, right? And if we're doing affiliate marketing, even though we don't own those products, the income that is coming in from those sales will be deposited into the business account of our business. Don't put it into your name, because then you have to pay taxes, and we have to look poor on paper as individuals in order to build true wealth. We live through our assets, right? We thrive through our asset column. The income comes from the asset column. We don't have a paycheck. Wealthy people do not have a paycheck. We don't pay ourselves as employees. So when you start even doing affiliate marketing, you have to treat it as a big business. So that income that is coming in is going to be deposited into the business account, because that is going to also buy other assets and other things that will improve the bottom line of the business. To expand them, you can minimize taxes, and you can, maybe go out and lunch with the business partner and talk about how to expand the cash flow, and that will be deducted as well because it was run through the business correctly. So learn how to separate the personal and the business, but make sure that you have a business account, because otherwise you're going to be paying tax if you're running the money into your name, and that's not what we're helping you to understand here. It's the very opposite. Do it through your business. A person can spend their time watching Netflix until they have seen all the movies, or they may read a book about investing, like how to build cash flow with the internet or real estate. We also have a chapter on that inside of the ebook, how to build cash flow with the internet, because even real estate, we have to use the internet to acquire real estate. If you want to acquire your first property, then read the ebook, because it's going to teach you how to do that. Stocks or taxes, right? So, or they read, that's what I was saying, or they may read a book about investing, real estate, stocks, or taxes. Perhaps we should take an online course or hire an investment coach. In the post-coronavirus world, those who are financially educated will live and thrive. Who knows what is genuine and what's not? Many people make decisions based on opinions rather than facts. We need to gain a financial education and always measure our return on investment with facts, not opinions. And the way we do that is by reading the financial statements. Because if we're buying a business, we can see the taxes, we can see the income of that business, the liabilities, the expenses. We can read the entire operation and the numbers, and we can understand the numbers because we understand the business language that we're learning here at Master Investor. And everything that we speak about is to help you build wealth. So use it at your own discretion, use it when you need it, right? Apply everything that you are learning in your life so that you can have the results that you're looking for. We must find the facts for ourselves, otherwise we will be acting on opinions and risk being the victim of the next hat tip and lose all your money. Okay, you want to avoid losing money because we're in business to win money and make money and be profitable and solve problems in the world. That's why we are doing, right? Solving other people's problems. In exchange, we're going to get excess of cash flow, right? We're going to get our profits constantly coming in, and that's going to give us freedom. And it's only right for us to have that because we're solving other people's problems. So the more generous we become, the wealthier we become. And the most important words in the business language are cash flow. And the second most important words in the business language are due diligence. That's why we have to do our research so we find the facts on every investment that we do. and we know exactly how much money we're going to get back, how fast we're going to get our money back, whatever we invested into the deal, how fast we will recover the entire money back, how much money will I get after that, because we're reading the facts. We're not going with opinions, things that might happen in the future. No, we're reading the tax returns, the financial statements, the performance, depending on which asset we're talking about. It could be an existing business or an existing real estate property, which ultimately is a business. A real estate property has financial statements just like a business would, like a car wash or any other business that you can think of, even a digital website, a digital store. Be anti-ignorance. The entire concept of the 401k is absurd because it promotes the idea that all you have to do is to go to work, get a job, and put money in the 401k, which is a fake asset. People can remain naive about money. However, investing our own money without proper education is likely to be considerably riskier. It is prudent to invest in stocks if we have no prior knowledge of them? No. Is it wise to invest in real estate if we have no prior experience with it? No. Is it prudent to invest in a business if we have no prior experience with it? No. We will learn how to invest in variety ways to build passive income. Okay? If we are right, being prepared is more important than making predictions right now. And to those who advise you to buy now and hold, we wish you the best of luck, because that's not what we show our community to do. For example, following the 1929 crash, the market remained flat for 25 years. 25 years. So if a person is 70 years old and they hold for the long haul, they will be 95 years old before they see anything. Does that sound like a solid financial plan to you? I don't think so. Choose our teachers wisely when making our financial crisis plan. Wise people seek the best teachers and mentors, which are inside investors, right? Don't trust financial planners. They are not teachers nor inside investors. Surely they are good guys personally, but they are salespeople. They are just trying to put food on the table and feed their families. They are not wealthy. Should we take advice from them? No. Learning from genuine teachers is now easier than ever. It is the new world in terms of how people convey information using the internet, like we're doing on this beautiful day. Now it's April 8, 2024, and we started doing the live stream on YouTube before midnight. So, we're using live stream, we're using our podcast and all these mediums to communicate our message, which is amazing. 40 years ago, we weren't able to do this. So take advantage of the opportunities and the tools that we all have today that can make us wealthy very fast. So if we're getting wealthy slow, then we're doing the wrong way. We have to get wealthy fast. You have to see passive income coming in quickly, right? Otherwise, you're getting the wrong information. It takes time, effort, and energy, but once you get it all set up, you should be able to capitalize. And when you do affiliate marketing and start with other people's products, you can be ready within 24 hours, making passive income without exaggerating. So just think about it. It is a brave new world. However, if people continue to do what their mother and father did, or their parents or any other loved one told them, or their teachers, if their parents weren't wealthy and they had the old rules of money and whatnot, they will undoubtedly face difficulties and get the same results if they are operating with the old rules of money. At Master Investor, we frequently hear the phrase, people wish they had a wealthy family when they were growing up. While we are grateful for everything we learn from our mentors, but it is not like they do it for us. We must take action to get our own results. Building wealth is something we learn through actively investing. Today is easier than ever to create wealth. Master Investor is the source of the wealthy mindset. We don't teach, but we are I'm a financial investor from the inside, and we help people understand how to become an inside investor by creating their own companies, working on our asset column. We're not giving our money away to anybody, actually taking action every single day. Go take a real estate course or any other type of business course to help us build our asset column with assets that we control and produce, and assets that produces passive income specifically, and sometimes capital gains income. But we're focusing on passive income. Rule number one in our community is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard for us through sound investing. We can learn how to invest in real estate with no money down. There are many courses we can take to learn the skills we need to build wealth. A few months later, we can purchase a property with no down payment, which can alter our financial lives for the better, because once you understand how to raise capital, you can use 100% financing to acquire assets. And we explain how to do that inside of our digital courses, and we're building that next digital course, an ebook, which will be released in the next month, which is how to raise capital to build wealth. Stay tuned, because that is a game changer as well. Because once you understand that it does not take money to make money, it takes financial education. You can actually raise money and make money for nothing by raising capital successfully through the front end, through sales, and also the back end from the private banks and other private lenders, right? Institutions and even private investors and whatnot that we can raise capital from, because they're looking to put that money to work somewhere that will work successfully. And they can see it because they can read financial statements. We usually will give them a cash flow analysis, and depending on what type of asset it is and what we're doing, there's another term that is called as PPM, Private Placement Memorandum, and it basically discloses everything to the investor, to whoever we're raising capital from, and tells them even the liabilities and the concerns and the negative parts about the business or operation, okay? So that they can help us understand whether that's going to be something that they're interested in moving forward with it, and also maybe they can give us a twist, remember? Which is something that we can do differently that the current owner is not doing to improve the bottom line. And a lot of times, that's what happens. If we can purchase anything for nothing, we actually tap into the power of our brain, which is located between our left and right ears. That's why I say the three most valuable assets we all have are minds, time, and freedom. We can't replace them, and those three things are priceless, so always protect them. We can now invest without spending anything. We can invest with nothing. We may start investing with nothing. We can invest with nothing. This is the true power of financial education. That is significant because while we read this, we are probably thinking, or people are thinking to themselves around the world, that they will invest when they have money available. But no, because like we mentioned and shown you above and throughout all of our digital courses and products, that we can make money for nothing by raising capital, which is the job number one of a wealthy entrepreneur. I hope that you enjoyed today's talk. Make sure to start investing in high quality financial education. Click the link in the description, join our inner circle. If you have any questions, drop it below. I will talk to you in the next podcast. I appreciate you being here with me today, spending time. Investing in your financial education is a win-win, and it's going to create more wealth in your life as long as you take massive action. Remember, we must take action when it comes to building our wealth. So yes, we're going to do less and less and make more and more, but we need to get to the action and build the asset column. So rule number one is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard through sound investing. Get your financial education, because that's how we build on our financial intelligence, and we need to increase it in order to solve financial problems. Bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. If you enjoyed today's topic on get our financial action plan ready, leave a comment below, and I'll talk to you on the next podcast. Stay extraordinary and wealthy. Today, money is just an idea. It's fiat, it's a currency, and we must understand that money is created with debt. Today, money gets created by printing through debt. So we can print money as well by having freedom units on our asset column and learning how to raise capital successfully. Thank you for listening again. I'll talk to you later on. Bye for now.